Statistics show that Wisconsin gets about 150,000 crimes every year. 13,000 of those crimes are violent. 138,000 are property crimes. Like anywhere else in the United States, people that are convicted of committing crimes are thrown in jail, prison, or any other type of facility that keeps them locked up as a form of punishment. But despite everything, the crimes don't stop and they just kept piling on. Not only in Wisconsin, but every other state as well. So they decided to enforce the death penalty in hopes in giving the people of the United States a sense of a safer environment. This form of execution was used as early as the 1600s, but went into full effect in the 1930s. And what I mean by that is it's when it was the most popular, and it's when most states had it. Currently, Wisconsin doesn't enforce the death penalty, along with another 12 states. But back in 1848, Wisconsin did have the death penalty for 5 years, and during those 5 years, there was much fewer crimes. Overall, the states that legislate the death penalty has much fewer crimes than those that don't, which is why the death penalty should be reinstated in Wisconsin. There's people that support and agree with me, and there's those who don't. The ones that don't usually have only one reason why they wouldn't want to legislate the death penalty again. One, it's way too expensive compared to just throwing them in jail, prison, whatever. Although it is more expensive, it's a lot more sufficient. It works better and it keeps the crimes down. North Carolina could be saving up to $11 million if they didn't have it. But then again, they could probably have way more crimes committed. Idaho witnesses about 35,000 crimes committed every year and has the death penalty. Meanwhile, Wisconsin has 150,000 crimes committed every year without the death penalty. So you can pretty much tell it's worth the money. Reasons why I think the death penalty should be legislated in Wisconsin again is because it would drastically decrease the violence. There's proof that when Wisconsin first became a state back in 1848 and had the death penalty, there wasn't as many crimes, and ever since it got abolished, there's been a really big increase throughout the years. Because nobody is really faced with being locked up anymore or any of the other consequences they offer. Other states that do have the death penalty and still have a larger crime rate are usually states that have a very big population compared to the states that don't enforce the death penalty. And it's pretty much common sense to know that they're going to have more crime because they actually have more people, and if there's more people, there's going to be more crime. My other reason is because it provides closure. When a loved one is murdered, family and friends are the ones that are left with the pain and are the ones that are left to suffer. It brings up a lot of emotions at once, and sometimes people react in abnormal ways, and a lot of times in violent ways. They want to kill the murderer for what the person has done, and who could blame anyone for wanting to? Nobody has the right to take a life for no reason. A lot of people think you get what you deserve, and if you kill someone, then you should be killed as well. And I agree with this. People don't get closure with knowing that the person that killed their friend or family member is still out there, roaming this world. They get closure by knowing that that person got what he deserved, which is a death sentence. And to me, that's justice. The final reason why the death penalty should be re-legislated is because it's the ultimate warning. It warns everybody that if you choose to commit a crime, it will result in your own death. It's a fair system, and no one is under or above it. If you kill or torture or rob billions of dollars from a bank, they'll get a death sentence because everybody has to follow the laws. With this, any state would witness an enormous amount of decrease in crime. Bottom line is that Wisconsin should legislate the death penalty once again to see the good things it comes with it. The governor should take this into extreme consideration and should let the citizens have a voting poll on whether they want the death penalty to be enforced. Because I think, in my opinion, I believe that not just one person should speak for millions of people that live in a state, and that's why we should the citizens of each state should have the right to say what they think and to approve or disapprove of the death penalty and go on from there.